Well, Chelmsford 2004. Do you know how sometimes cellmates, you know they're going to cause you trouble. You know they're going to bring you nothing but aggro. And what makes it worse, sometimes you're looking at your cellmate, you think you don't even know you're good. You're just a donut. We're gonna have all this trouble, and you're not even gonna bloody mean it. This is one of them times, yeah, right? I remember these. I remember specifically the time as well. Yeah, I've got an ounce of puff, so I'm in a good mood. Yeah, I've got an ounce of ash, solid. Yeah, so I'm in a good mood. I'd been to court a couple of days prior. Got someone's phone. Got a phone for someone that wanted it from one of the jailers, the corrupt officers that take you to court and put you back in the cell afterwards. Picked up a phone. I said, an ounce of puff. That's what it's going to cost you. An ounce of ash. So I collected the phone and the ash. If I didn't get the ash, I wouldn't have got the phone. So I'm in a good mood. Come back to jail. Mate gets his phone. I've got an ounce of puff. Lovely. So I'm sitting there, and this was obviously just I'm getting a cellmate. So this was before I was high risk. I've said the story about how I was high risk, how I wasn't allowed a cellmate. This was years later. 2004. I've got a cellmate. But I've got an ounce of puff, so I'm in a good mood. And I hadn't had a cellmate for a couple of days at this point as well, yeah. So you know sometimes your cellmate goes to court and you can work having a single cell for a couple of days. Even if they try and put someone in, you go, no, he's going to be back soon, blah, 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 all that. Just try and keep that cell to yourself for a couple of days. And I'd had it to myself for a couple of days. So I'm sitting there bunning, chilling out, having a good time, munching, selling a little bit, getting a bit of munching. Knowing everyone's not even going to try and rob it because the person I got the phone for, he's looking out for me as well. Well, I'm only a skinny little YO myself, you know what I mean? But I'm safe in the knowledge that I can float about the wing, show this off. No one's going to try and take it, you know what I mean? Until I get the cellmate. 2004, yeah. I'm sure this geezer was a Brummie. I'm sure he was. He was from the Midlands somewhere. He was a soldier, an ex-soldier, right? If anyone remembers the scandal of the Iraqi soldiers being the photos of the Iraqi people being basically tortured by our soldiers. I'm not talking about the fake ones that ended up in ended up in the Mirror and Piers Morgan got in trouble for. I'm talking about the real ones. There was ones of an Iraqi tied up and there was a soldier surfing on him. There was one with an Iraqi tied to a forklift and the forklift was in the air and he had like a sack on his head or something. Well, my cellmate, this soldier who I was who turned up at my cell at night, you know how it is. You're sitting there chilling out at night, think you've earned another night to yourself of no cellmate, and the door gets cracked at about 9, 10 o'clock. You think, oh no, but you welcome him in, didn't you? Hello, mate. This is who I met. Do you smoke puff? No. Oh, that's good. We're definitely going to get on then. We're chatting away. We'll get round to what you in here for then, mate. He's an ex-soldier. And it was him that took the pictures of these Iraqis, yeah? He got caught because when he when he come home from Iraq, he went to, this is all alleged, just in case I get some of the story a little bit wrong, but it's basically right. He went to Boots and got the camera, got the film made in, like, got the camera developed in Boots. And obviously the Boots people see these are people tied up to forklifts and getting surfed on and phoned old Bill, got him nicked. Plum. Yeah, so I'm like, mate, a bit stupid taking them to Boots, wasn't it? Well, yeah, I wasn't thinking this and that, right? Whatever. How come you're here? Shouldn't you be in an army prison? It basically got remanded in an army prison. Yeah, one in Colchester in Essex. Once he got sentenced, he was kicked out of the army and sent to the proper jail. Yeah, he said the army prison was great. I mean, all the army sold, like the screws. There was the army people themselves. They all felt sorry for him, so they was wheeling in flat screen telly into his cell, giving him drink at night, buying him food and bringing it in. He had it cushy. Then he got sent to Chelmsford. Big fault of reality, you know. I'm like, well, what happened? Why was you doing that anyway? Why was you taking pictures of these people and then getting them developed in Boots of all places? plum. He's telling me the story now, yeah? During the war, that was happening out there. Making no opinion of the war. You know, many people thought it was a stupid war. I probably wouldn't agree with that. I probably would agree with that, I should say. Pointless war. Said that our soldiers were giving out medical supplies during the day, medical supplies to the women and children first. It's always women and children first, isn't it? Why? But it was. I'm joking. It was women and children first. Said the men kept running in, grabbing stuff and running off, and they try and sell it. Yeah. So all the soldiers are going to complaining to their bosses, whoever above him is. He said, "Well, do what you want to them. Yeah, give them an hiding." This is what the general or whoever, the person in charge said. When you go to them, give them an hiding, whatever. You know, it's a lot of paperwork arresting them and doing all that. Give them an hiding. So that's what they did. When they caught them nicking the medical supplies, they were giving them an hiding, humiliating them, putting them on forklifts, taking pictures. But when it all come on top, the geezer that gave the order denied it. Said, "No, I didn't. They all them soldiers did that themselves. I didn't tell them to do nothing." And it's all about that, isn't it? Soldiers, man. It's like the group mentality, isn't it? Thinking for yourself isn't what the army's about. It's to do with following orders. So the boys all did as they were told, given hiding. But when it all come on top, the people in charge said, "Well, we didn't do that," and they all got sentenced for it. And I think he got a 4 or 4.5. And I think I did actually say, "Mate, you should keep this to yourself, yeah. I won't tell many people near you. You've just come back from Iraq and you're a soldier. Big Muslim population in prison, isn't it? And we're talking C wing, Chelmsford, yeah. This was the YO wing. Everyone in there was from East London back in the day. So you know, there's a lot of Muslims. I want you to keep this to yourself, mate. Yeah, I would tell loads of people this. Did he keep it to himself? No. He told the screws. And a lot of the screws like ex-army people, don't they? Like, because a lot of screws are ex-army. So some of the screws were looking out for him. Don't do a lot of you good. So they can't look out for you all day long, you know. So now they know. He's told some of the surgery boys. Word spread that, you know, there's who he is. I thought he's going to get an hiding. Anyway, Sosa's come one day. He's come to me. No, I've walked in the cell with him. We've had a shower together, yeah. He's come into the shower with me. So like fucking I'm going to protect him. Anyway, we've had a shower. Gone back to the cell. The cell's empty. The cell's been robbed, bare. There's just nothing in it whatsoever. Not my stuff, not his stuff. I knew he did it straight away. I've gone to the cell. I went, "Listen, blah blah blah." He went, "No, he's wrong and he's this, he's that." Yeah, no, we ain't giving his stuff back. I went, "Listen, truthfully, yeah, you've robbed half of my stuff. You've robbed all my stuff. Like my stuff's gone with his." And I got on with these boys, yeah. It's not that it was like, not that I put it on them. They could have just told me to fuck off if they wanted to, but they were good guys, really. They just had a problem with him, and I got all the stuff back, mine and his stuff included, because I just said it was all mine. I said he'd only just come in. He didn't have that much anyway. All my stuff was taken, but I got it back. Basically, it ended up there was some old men on the surgery that was like also like old timers, but old school faces, I should say. That was on the surgery. I don't know what I was in jail for. Basically, that stick up for this geezer and pull all the Muslims in here and say, "Listen, man, that basically we run this wing, not you," sort of thing. And it got squashed. The boy was left alone after that, but it could have got a bit hairy for him. Should have kept his mouth shut, like I said. But anyway, if you enjoyed that, hit subscribe and we'll chat tomorrow. Adios.